The unique thing about growing up in Philadelphia and the relationship with any basketball person has with the Palestra is unlike any other place. Okay, so you talk about the 60s, 70s, and 80s in particular. You had double headers every Saturday night, double headers every Tuesday night, sometimes Wednesday, sometimes Thursday, it depends. And you had 5 Division I teams in the city at that time. There's 6 now, but at that time there were 5. So if you were a basketball person, you spent Saturday night at the Palestra. That's what you did. You got there at 5:30, you watched 2 games, you ate there, and you got home after midnight. That's what you did. And fortunately for me and my brother, my mom and dad brought us every Saturday to the Palestra. For me, to be able to go to the University of Pennsylvania and live right next door to the Palestra and practice there every day and play for a team that went to the Final Four in 1979 and went to a number of NCAA tournaments and got to play against Villanova and St. Joe's and LaSalle and Temple. John Chaney's coaching, Don Casey's coaching, Rolly Massimino. You think about all the great coaches that coached in that city, Paul Westhead. It's just something that bonded everybody that loved the game.
Playing in a place like the Palestra, is something that I've always wanted to do. My dad, hearing the stories from him, and my family, even my grandpa was a security guard at the Palestra, back in his day, and my Uncle Jack's covered games there, his whole life. So being able to play, something like this, I'm gonna have a ton of family there, so I'm really excited.
A friendly place where people could go and catch up with old friends, and it was, whether the employees here, was never everything real strict. It was kind of a welcoming sort of atmosphere, and again, it was something that we really enjoyed in those days.
Franny was as tough as nails. He was probably one of the better point guards that you've seen in college basketball. His nickname was White Magic, as most people know, and he was afraid of no one and had a great idea of how to distribute the basketball and who to get it to and when to get it to them. I see a lot of Fran in Connor, yeah. Connor has the same kind of game, toughness, knows the game, understands who to get the ball to at the right time. The thing to keep in mind about Franny is on this floor, he never lost a league game.
My mom and dad would take my brother and I to games as we would like to go and sit in the student sections and throw streamers, which people don't necessarily understand what that means because you're not allowed to do that anymore. But after the first basket, they would throw these streamers on the floor and the crowd would go crazy, and then you'd have to stop the game and clean it up. But to be up there when we were throwing streamers, and they would have rollout signs that would basically poke fun at the other team, and then they would put signs up, to be involved in all that mayhem when we were really little was really a lot of fun.
The Heartland is brought to you by Mediacom. Today's broadcast is powered by Extreme. Feel the power of amazingly fast internet, up to 1 gig. University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Having played 8 of its last 10 away from Carver Hawkeye Arena, Iowa recalls Dorothy clicking her heels and uttering in The Wizard of Oz, "There's no place like home." Iowa down 3 starters. The Hawks are counting on the home crowd to ignite this shortened roster.
This is a game that, we're going to have a nice crowd here on a Friday night. Yeah, the weather's a little bit iffy out there, but time to get back out there and get it going.
Now keep in mind, Maryland's athletic, they'll guard you man-to-man. Creener, left-handed jump hook in the lane. Good! Count it, and a foul on Maryland. Here's a skip pass into Luka, reverse layup is good. Beautiful move to Bobby's point, went underneath the iron, came out the other end, the other side, 9-7 Maryland. Joe Toussaint into the corner to a wide open Wieskamp, rainbow 3 is good. Eric Ayala just forgot where Joe went. Hemsel lobs up a 3. Good! Iowa leads at 18-15. Maybe that gets Cordell going. Turns the corner, 8 to shoot. Cordell backs in, off the glass, a little too hard. Garza back up and in. Mr. Garbage Man, always around the rim looking for that loose ball. Total control at both ends right now. Here comes the running game. Wieskamp all the way himself, lays it up and in. Beautiful pass by McCurry Evelyn. Iowa leads it by 9, 24-15. 5 minutes to go, first period. Here's Wieskamp going to his left. The three is good. Weezy throws one down. The Hawks have a 10-point lead at 27-17. Here's Garza with 10 to shoot. Drives left baseline, step back floater, good from 15. Jack Sikma there.
Boy, that's a big time move. That's an NBA move right there for a guy 7 foot tall.
Evelyn, a behind the back pass to Garza. Rainbow three, good by Luka Garza. He can do it from all over the floor. Garza blocks the shot away. Here's Kriener, left wing, Wieskamp, wide open three, good. Iowa 35, Maryland 22. Here's Luka whirling into the paint, now throws to the wing. Long three for Connor McCaffery is good. Connor never hesitated. Garza steps in front of Jalen, comes up with a steal. Evelyn for three, come on Bakari, there it is. Garza, strong rebound, here come the Hawkeyes. Wieskamp, a shot fake, drives into the lane, jump hooks, good in the lane. Iowa's lead is at 12. Toussaint, a lob backdoor for Kriener, whirls into the paint, jump hook, good. Drives down the left side of the lane. To a trailing Toussaint. Joe gets to the basket. Throws it up there and good off the glass. 67-49 will be the final. The Hawkeyes with an impressive, double impressive win here tonight.
This is obviously a really important win for us now and for March. And for the Big Ten standings, and I'm just really proud of our women. We were down 14 in the second quarter and just kept battling back and battling back. And then you're down 6 with 3.5 minutes to go in this game, and you come back and tie it up. These women up here were amazing. I mean, they just kept believing. They kept the faith. Doyle's leadership out there. I mean, 1 rebound away from a triple-double. I think we need to go check the tape and see if there's another one out there. But those are amazing numbers going against a really, really good defensive team.
I haven't lost it on your home floor in a really long time, and it's honestly just a will to win, and I just want to do it for my teammates, and everyone does a great job of bringing that energy. So it's just kind of, you do what you got to do in this Big Ten season, and it's definitely worth it.
Great, it's amazing. Like Bluter had said, the leadership is just amazing on the team, and so it really helps just down in the stretch at the end of a very game. It helps in practice, and it's always there during practice and games. So.
Kathleen gave me a great pass, and right when the ball left my hand, I knew it was going in. I could just tell. So it is kind of tough sometimes when you haven't gotten many opportunities at the three, but I was really confident in that shot, and I knew it was a big moment. I'd say it is tough, but you shoot every day in practice, and I was prepared for the moment. This honestly has to be, I was talking with somebody in the locker room, this is definitely in the top 3 games at Carver. Top 2, I think back to the game last year against Missouri too in the NCAA tournament, but our crowd was so amazing today, and our fans were on their feet the whole game screaming, and it really helped us out, especially on defense.
It was a good week and a half. It really was, or 8 days. I mean, going to Northwestern, getting the win there, and then winning 2 top 20 games on your home court. It was a great week, and so I'm again I can't be more proud of these young women and the leadership that we're getting and the effort that we're getting every single day. The focus too on the scouting report and those type of things.
Good Friday evening. Welcome into a soggy Wilkinson Hall on the campus of Indiana University in Bloomington as we get ready for Big Ten wrestling action. The Hawkeyes and the Hoosiers here. We move to 165 pounds. Second-ranked Alex Marinelli for the Hawkeyes taking on Davey Tunin, a junior with a 5-10 record. Now he's going to adjust a little bit.
Just running.
Now he steps it over again, but there he gets it scooped up over. Scissor in the head right there. There's the fall. Alex Marinelli.
When it's there, it's there. The coaches are telling me bases first, get the guy tired, and then my turns will come. I think it was good that I, got to my attacks and then got him on his stomach and then just arm barred and step over the head, pin him. So.
Speaking of 184, it looks like they are going to be pulling that shirt, that red shirt off of Abe Assad. Well, I would say I'm a little bit surprised by it, but definitely have trust in the coaches, and obviously they know what they're doing.
Drops in on a shot right there.
Nice job stepping over.
Hips over.
Jumped across with his feet onto the other side of Hines' leg there. Should be able to finish this takedown. He has his arm out now. He should definitely be able to finish. There's his two.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a little nerves. You know, if I told you I didn't have nerves, I'd be lying to you. You know, everyone has nerves. But I knew that I just went out there and wrestled, you know, just was loose and just tried to score points, you know. Good thing's going to happen.
Bad shot by Hines. We're able to reshoot and get the 2.
That makes it 5-2, and that's how it's going to end with riding time. 6-2 victory for Abe Assad in his first career start here as an Iowa Hawkeye.
I'm saying shake, rattle, and roll. And Assad, very fundamental, but very explosive, very aware in his positions. Very calm. He's out there just calm.
Heavyweight, Tony Cassiope for the Hawkeyes taking on Rudy Streck, a sophomore with a 3-12 record. Cassiope coming out right away.
Boy, I really liked how Cassiope looked at National or Midlands. Look at this, right up, single leg up to a bear hug, puts him right to his back, and this is going to be over here really, really soon. Maybe he can hold him right there. There it is, the fall.
20 seconds, all he needed. Santo taking on again Jonathan Moran.
It is just a
gets
drill
him to
session.
His back again. Seeing if he can
right
adjust
now.
up, and the fall. 1:42, the time of the fall for Austin DeSanto. Hawks will win this one by a score of 41-0. Good Sunday afternoon. Welcome into the Holloway Gymnasium on the campus of Purdue University, West Lafayette, Indiana. We're starting at 125 tonight. Top-ranked Spencer Lee for the Hawkeyes, the junior at 7-0, taking on number 5, Devin Schroeder, a junior at 18-2. Just now hops the other side, runs the half, rolls him up tight. We're at 157 against 6th-ranked Caleb Young, a junior at 8-2, taking on number 8, Kendall Coleman, a freshman at 21-5. There it is, as Caleb gets in on a shot, cuts off to the double, and drives through for the 2.
Job. Nice cut right there.
Our coaches preach to us that the most dominant wrestlers win the close matches. So, I mean, if I'm dominating guys and losing close ones, that's not what I want. I got to win the close ones too.
174, a top 5 matchup. 2nd-ranked Michael Kimmerer for the Hawkeyes, a senior at 5-0, takes on number 4, Dylan Leidy, a senior at 21-0. Leidy gets in on a shot, but Kimmerer hipping into him.
Get your legs back.
Breaks the grip, comes around, gets to the ankle, drives through for the 2.
Wait, last year I couldn't do it, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to go out there, I'm not going to let anything get to me. I'm going to go out and wrestle hard, wrestle fun.
At 197, 5th-ranked Jacob Warner, sophomore at 9-2, takes on 2nd-ranked Christian Bruner. Reaching across, grabbing that far arm. Gets that wrist trap, trying to pull him down. He gets him tilted over.
2, 3, 4.
He actually
called the 4.
Friday, I missed a couple tilts when I had that wrist. So today, when I tucked him back for it, I had to make sure I had it tight, had his wrist towards my hip or towards his hip. My hip, doesn't matter, same thing. And I had it tight. I knew I could go with it.
41-0, the Hawks with the win over Purdue.
The Heartland is brought to you by U.S. Cellular. Avoid breakdowns in coverage with U.S. Cellular. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Hy-Vee proudly supports the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Outside, Tania Davis for 3. She splashes home a three-pointer. Tania Davis with 19.
So after graduation, I got the opportunity to become a graduate assistant at Clemson University. Got that position through Coach Reyna and one of the assistant coaches at Clemson, Coach Shimmy Gray-Miller. Both Michigan connections, and Shimmy is actually from Flint, so we have that Flint connection. So about the end of June, I moved down there and got right into it with camps and workouts and things like that, and just jumped right into GA duties. Do scout, I break down film, watch a lot of games, help with personnel. I do a little bit of assisting with workouts, with individual workouts. I work with the guards a lot, so I do a lot of ball handling, a lot of shooting, a lot of rebounding. So I'm in a little bit of everything. Wherever they need me is just wherever I go. They really ask for my opinion, they ask for my input, just knowing the type of program that I come from and the type of coaches that I come from. One thing that we say here at Iowa is let's go black, pick it up black, and I caught myself saying that like 4 different times. So it was just weird just getting used to their terminology and how they do things is very, very different. But I mean, it's what I wanted. I wanted to shed a tear, but I didn't because I don't want them to think that I'm soft or anything since I moved to Clemson. So, but I mean, it's very surreal. Just coming back and seeing everyone who I've built a very strong relationship with over the past 4 years, and just thinking about everything that we went through last year, from winning the Big Ten championship to, you know, all the hard long practices and hard-fought games that we went through. Just seeing them, just seeing their faces, and us just embracing one another. It was definitely the highlight of my moment, of my day, and the highlight of my week.
Actually, I'm going to photobomb it. Well, you love it, right? You want your players to keep playing the game, and 2 of the 3 of our graduates from last year are still involved in the game, with Megan playing professionally. So, I think that's wonderful because they've had a pretty good experience, so they wouldn't want to keep playing the game. But tonight it was fun to be able to recognize both her and Hannah before this game.
Tania's an amazing person, an amazing friend. The connection you make playing women's basketball like this, it lasts and lasts, and it's amazing. So just seeing her again after not seeing her for so long was amazing, and you got it on camera.
One of the things that I have enjoyed the most is just building a relationship with my players. I would say that I have a great relationship with every last one of my players, especially every guard that I work with. We have a great relationship, and that is definitely the best part of my job. And it gets me up every day just knowing that I play a role in these kids' lives, and I'm helping them become not only a better basketball player, but a better woman. They prepared me in every which way possible, not only from on-court stuff and X's and O's, but Coach Bluter and the staff, they're really big on women empowerment, and I found that now that I'm coaching that I'm pretty big on women empowerment and just getting people out there and just uplifting people, and most of all just teaching whenever I can. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this now, go on record. I do the Lisa Bluter foot stomp every day in practice. Every single day, it never fails. Once, twice, 3 times practice, every single day.
Here's Tania. Backs up, 3-pointer. A 3-pointer from Tania Davis from the right wing.
I'm not gonna go cliche and say Iowa State, my senior year, game-winning step back. I will actually say advancing to the Sweet 16. Just to be able to play in front of that crowd, almost a sold-out arena, something that I've never played in front of inside the Hawkeye Arena. Just running out of this tunnel to those crazy fans and then walking out, waving hand-in-hand with Hannah and Megan, that was definitely the highlight. One of my most memorable memories in a Hawkeye uniform.
Latham High-Tech Seeds is proud to partner with the Iowa men's basketball team by raising money for every free throw made by the Hawks all season long through the Hawkeye Charity Stripe promotion. All proceeds will benefit the American Cancer Society and Coaches vs. Cancer program right here in the state of Iowa. Latham High-Tech Seeds, cheering on the Hawkeyes from the free throw line and helping with cancer awareness efforts all across the state of Iowa.